Hey everybody, this is Marcus. So, big news. Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck, they actually got together in a Zoom meeting and are talking about suing Warner Brothers. This is actually pretty big. But before I get into all this, you guys, thank y'all so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. And for those who are new to my channel, can you do me a solid? Make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications whenever I drop a video. And we're going to always keep this thing rolling, you guys. And thank y'all so much for your feedback. It means a lot to me. And for those who are not subscribed just yet, what y'all waiting for? You guys are in for a treat. Thank y'all so much for everything, you guys. So it means a lot to me, and I hope you guys are having a great day, great night, a phenomenal night, and looking forward to an awesome 2023, you guys. So thank y'all so much for everything. So we got a lot planned, and I got a lot in store for you guys. So, okay, so let's get right into it. So, like I just said, this is actually pretty big news. Now, it hasn't been confirmed just yet, but it's been talked about, and like I just said, Henry, Gal, and Ben had a Zoom meeting and are in talking about suing Warner Brothers. And first of all, give a shout out to my bro, my best friend Izzy. He's awesome. He's always sending me great stuff. My brother, I love you, man. I love you so much. I love you dearly. Thank you for all the news you sent me. It means a lot to me. So, bro, this is for you, man. Thank you so much, brother. Keep it coming, too. But, yeah. So, basically, what I'll do is, this actually came from a TikTok forum. So, it came from Pop Teens. So, what I'll do is, I'll put the link in the bottom description. You guys can check it out from there. But, basically, it's been talking about, from the TikTok video, that they had a Zoom meeting that they're talking about suing Warner Brothers. Now, it hasn't been confirmed just yet, because it's basically just like a rumor, basically. But it hasn't been confirmed just yet. But, you know, every move that they make, especially celebrities, is always going to be talked about. It's always going to be like front page cover and headline news at the same time as well. So, while it's not surprising, it's still big at the same time, because Izzy and I were talking about this, and I was like, dude, that's actually pretty huge, man, because I was like, whoa, they're actually suing Warner Brothers, basically. But again, it hasn't been just used just yet, because no other news media outlets hasn't covered just yet, like ABC or TMZ just yet, though. But they're talking about it, though. But as they should, though. If they're talking about suing Warner Brothers, that actually makes a lot more sense, because those three have contracts that are binding for DC films as well. And not everybody is very happy with James Gunn's decision of rebooting the DC franchise. Me personally, I wasn't agreeing to it either. Now, here's what I would do, especially if I was in James Gunn's shoes, for sure. What I would have done, I would have at least picked up where Zack Snyder left off, because Zack actually had a formula going to pretty much capitalize what Marvel's doing. So what the MCU was doing with their films, DC was trying to do the exact same thing. And like I said, I love both Marvel and DC, so I'm biased with the two. I know a lot about those two, which is the reason why I'm saying I would make a really good decision when it comes to this more than James. No offense or anything, but what I would have done was picked up where Snyder left off and built the formula from there. Especially when you had the end credit scene with The Rock as Black Adam talking to Henry Cavill's Superman. That was epic enough as it is, not to mention that The Rock was so vocal about bringing Henry back as Superman, and everybody wanted to see that. We definitely could have gotten Superman versus Shazam versus Black Adam, especially what's going to happen at Shazam Fury of the Gods, because that would have been a good formula to do. Now, again, Jason Momoa is awesome as Aquaman, but I know there are talks about him also coming back as Lobo as well. And that's understandable, and I get it. And I totally get the fact that Jason can definitely play both Arthur Curry, Aquaman, and Lobo at the same time, though. And again, you gotta also consider the fact that where's his wife going to be involved, because I'm talking about Aquaman's wife, Mira. Of course, Mira previously was played by Amber Heard. And what happened to her was, with the whole marriage spot against Johnny Depp, the whole trial, that kind of like lost her credibility on that too. So she's not going to be in the sequel of Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom, though. So depending upon how that film's going to end, it's going to pretty much be interesting enough, to say the least. But what I would have done, I would have just kept the formula from Snyder and kept it from there. I wouldn't try to rebuild the whole franchise because we've already seen enough DC superhero origins already. Nobody wants to see another Superman origin, Batman origin, Wonder Woman origin, or Justice League origin, because we already know how they actually came together anyway. We want fresh new stars. We want heroes that we grew up on, that we've seen in the comics, like Plastic Man, Metamorpho, so many others, Fire and Ice. We could get like a live action dude, there's like so many people we can actually get though, like seriously. And there's so many heroes there as well though. I mean, we could pretty much like get like Stargirl if she wants to come into the DCU for sure. That's we could have gotten Vibe as well, one of the Flash's allies. We could have gotten that as well. So we could have got Cisco Ramon, who's Vibe, of course. We could get more heroes coming in, though. Now, I know Cisco's in the Arrowverse, of course. We already know that, though. But I'm just talking about, like, getting other heroes. Plastic Man's a good one, too. Elongated Man. Maybe you can recast the actor who played him previously, maybe, because of his... Well, the original actor that played him before got into really big trouble for that. But anyway, I digress, though. You can pretty much get other heroes from the DC universe and put them in your universe. You know, add more characters to it. We don't want to keep rebuilding again. If I want to see another Superman origin, I'll watch Smallville. You know, I'll watch the entire 9 seasons of Smallville. That will practically just how I will basically do it, though. And then on top of that, I can watch Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, or just watch Lois and Superman, or I watch the Superman animated series to know about the origins, or read the comics. I know enough about DC comics to know what to actually expect, especially with the origin characters too. Bring in more characters like Etrigan. Etrigan's a good one. I mean, come on, Etrigan, Jason Blood. Come on, you can't even go wrong with that, though. I mean, that's just... If we're talking, like, bringing in more supernatural characters, like, we already saw Pierce Brosnan's performance as Dr. Fate. We could have definitely seen, like, John Constantine or Etrigan at the same time, too. That would be pretty awesome, though. But anyway, this is big news. And like I said, whether they're going to do it or not, it remains to be seen, because they were discussing about it. But then again, this makes more sense because they had contracts tied in with DC Warner Brothers. Not to mention that Ben Affleck was actually getting ready to direct a Batman film. So that practically makes sense to him. Even though Henry Cavill was really mature and he was okay about not playing Superman anymore, but still, if they're having discussions about this, we're talking money here. You know, we're talking their contracts and their careers here, you know, because most of their careers were tied into superhero films, basically, especially with Gal Gadot, because we know that her character in the Fast and Furious movies were actually killed off, but now her character is coming back now, though, so it's a good renaissance for her. But Wonder Woman was actually one of her favorite characters to play anyway, though. And Ben Affleck was doing good as Batman as well, though. And then Henry Cavill, of course, was growing into playing Superman. He was basically this generation's Christopher Reeves. So if you're going to reboot the whole franchise, again, I'm just saying this, and I'm preaching this too in my previous videos, you're going to reboot the whole franchise. Not everybody's on board with this because we don't want to see any more origin stories, you guys. Seriously. And I know that the owner was talking about this because Angry Joe and so many other guys, YouTubers, who were talking about superhero movies, they didn't want to see that either because you have guys who both love Marvel and DC at the same time, and they want to see both do well. But if you're talking about rebooting the whole franchise, it's going to even take you a lot longer to even catch up to Marvel, who basically already have a formula set up already, though. Now, I know Kevin Feige and James Gunn have a good relationship. I know they're best friends. But still, if we're talking business partners, if I was James Gunn, what I would have done was kept the formula where it was and still make my money. Because I'm still paying Gal Gadot, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and so many other the actors, Jason Momoa, to name a few. I'm still paying those guys to play these characters. There's still going to be money involved with me talking to the CEO, still talking to Mr. Zasloff and everything else. I mean, that's just me personally, though. So, but anyway, This it's not a good idea. I'll say as far as like rebooting the whole franchise. But Henry, Ben, and Gal, they basically are entitled to do what they want to do, and they actually deserve to get what they want anyway because they played these characters so well. They don't need to get rebooted or recasted. We don't need to see another origin picture. Not at all. We don't. They could have just kept the formula where it was with where Snyder left off and built from there. That's it. It's not complicated. It's not rocket scientists. It doesn't take Albert Einstein or to pretty much come up with an equation to try and say that, hey, this is what we're going to do to make the franchise work. I would have kept Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Black Adam because he killed it as Black Adam. That's what I would have done. I would have kept all the guys from Henry, Gal, Dwayne, and Ben, Jason, and so many others and just kept it from there. Now, if you want to do a Lobo film too, Jason Momoa will be good as that too, though. But still, I would have just kept the formula where it was and start from there. I mean, hopefully they won't even try and recast Peacemaker. There were talks about doing a second season for Peacemaker for John Cena, so hopefully they won't recast him either, though. But anyway, guys, that's my rant. So anyway, I just hope that everybody hears what I'm trying to say, though. So, but anyway, I know you guys hear me. So I'm not the only one who thinks this, though. So, like I said, I feel for you guys, though. Really, I do. I really do. So, but anyway, shout out to my bro Easy. I'm gonna put the description or the link to the description from TikTok in the bottom of the description. You guys check it out. Got more stuff coming up, guys. So thank y'all so much for everything, and y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. And all I gotta say is, good luck, James Gunn. Until next time, guys. Catch you on the next one.